What's the definition of children?
I guess children, preteens to teens, 12 to 15. To this point, you've had to be 16 years and older. But Pfizer conducted studies that said not only did it protect, not only was it in their trials, did it not show any adverse side effects necessarily. They said their studies showed that with children as young as 12 years old, it completely, almost completely made the risk of getting COVID-19 non-existent. That's what they're saying.
Dr. Elizabeth Thomas is a pediatrician with Diamond Physicians, and she is joining us now live we just want to have a candid conversation about, what parents should be thinking about, what we as a community should be thinking about. Good morning. Good to see you, Dr. Thomas.
Good morning. Thank you for having me on your program today.
Well, first of all, with this trial, how did these kids, these preteens, tolerate the vaccine?
Yes, so the U.S. Food and Drug Administration authorized the use of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine in children ages 12 to 15 on Monday, and it was 100% effective. In late March, the company came out with their results of the study that looked at 2,260 adolescents between that age group and found it was 100% effective. And they found that the side effects were minimal and really similar to the age group of 16 to 25, the biggest being the site of tenderness was sore, but fever, fatigue, very similar to what you see in the older population, and overall did very well in that trial.
Were you surprised that a drug company would put 100% on a trial? I mean, we always hear that there's a margin of error in terms of the results. How did you process that information as a doctor who reads the fine print and understands these trials better than we do?
That's a great question. Yes, it is very surprising to see that it was 100% effective. What they essentially did was divided that group of participants into those that received the vaccine and those that received placebo. And in those that received the vaccine, none of them got COVID-19. It is surprising results, but it's nice to know that it's 100% effective in that age group.
Yeah, Dr. Thomas, I hear you. I hear you saying it's effective. I hear you saying, okay, they might get a fever, but at least they won't get COVID. What about the parents who are really concerned about the long-term effects, right? People who, I haven't seen, this necessarily backed by science, but I've absolutely seen it as a discussion, so I think I have to ask you about it. People saying, I'm worried about fertility, as it relates to the vaccine. I'm worried about long-term impact on my, 12-year-old or teenager.
That's a great question as well. There are ongoing studies to look at that. At this point, what we know is that it's effective against the disease. And what we know about the disease itself is that although children get milder symptoms than in adults, there are long-term complications from COVID-19 itself. And so what we're trying to do is we're trying to minimize the effect of mortality and morbidity in that age population. And as we continue to do more studies on this vaccine, that we'll know more long-term about fertility. At this point, it's found to be safe and effective in that age group.
Yeah, what about, go ahead, Ron.
No, I was going to ask you if you can sort of give me any sense of, in the pediatric community, is there a sense of division? Are there those of you who are more on leaning toward recommending that parents allow their children to get the shot? And are there those pediatricians in the community who are saying, I don't know, I would back off and wait a little longer?
That's really good to know and to ask, because there are individuals that do want to get a little bit more data. As you know, it's a newer vaccine. But overall, the American Academy of Pediatrics is making their recommendations to move forward once we get the okay from the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices that's part of the CDC. So although it has been approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, we still have one more step before parents can start thinking about actually scheduling the visit for the vaccine. We need to get the okay and the green light from this committee that is set to meet on Wednesday with the CDC. Once they have advised the CDC comes out with their recommendations that gives a green light for pediatricians and offices to go ahead and administer this vaccine.
Dr. Thomas, yeah, we know we're a couple days out, maybe a couple weeks out for some people. Really quickly, if someone knows for sure their child is going to receive the vaccine, they're planning it, are there any best practices? For example, we had been told as adults, limit alcohol before and after, limit caffeine before and after, maybe rest a little bit. What about for the kids?
For the kids, it's important to know that we should not receive a vaccine 2 weeks after receiving the COVID-19 vaccine. And that's important, especially for our kids that are getting those 11 and 12-year-old vaccines. When parents are scheduling their visits, they need to think that if they're coming in for just the COVID-19 vaccine, that's fine. But we're trying not to bulk up too many vaccines at the same time just because this is a newer vaccine. The other thing to remember is that we do want kids to get rest. We know that there are some mild side effects from it, so we do want them to get that rest, particularly after that second dose.
All right, some good advice there, Dr. Elizabeth Thomas, pediatrician with Diamond Physicians. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Okay, and